Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. Foodie's just uploaded a vlog, and she's being really weird. So let's look into it, shall we?
And there's going to be some sprinkler ASMR because the sprinklers are on and the windows are down. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about some things, some updates. This turns coffee. This fella. Yum. Yum. Tastes freshly brewed. It was the morning, so coffee should be fresh in the morning. Does anyone, I don't think they do this in the West. I've never gotten, a car, or knew anybody who had a car. When they bought it, they got a perfume with it. Like, this came with like a musk. And apparently they give away perfumes. But it actually does smell really nice. But it's not a car. I don't know if it's a car perfume actually. It may be a car perfume, or I don't know. It smells like a musky like cologne or something. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Let me know if that ever they do that where you're from.
Foodie is wearing her extra dark glasses. And she's looking more puffy than normal. So, things aren't going well at the homestead, methinks. Now she's acting like nothing has happened at all. Nothing is wrong with the world. Everything's all rainbows and unicorns. Sorry. The one unicorn. Let's not over-exaggerate. So, this means a new booty is about to appear for, I'd imagine, maximum 2 days. Tops. If that.
So, anyways, I just thought I would talk to you guys about some things. Where do I start? I'm not organized at all.
She doesn't want to talk to us. She doesn't want to say the things she's about to say. I think she has to say these things. I think we're not going to see very much of Salah for a while, because I think he's buggered off.
I am going to be doing a challenge on my channel and in my life. So, yes, I need you guys to hold me accountable for this. Here we go. It's actually going to be a no drama challenge.
It's interesting how she used the word no drama challenge, bearing in mind that Lol Cow Live is a drama channel. Now in a while she's going to say she's going to give herself 7 days to not be involved in any drama. I think that's how long Salah has given her to prove she can change. You know, he's going to bug her off for 7 days, and if he doesn't see any noticeable improvement, it's finished.
You know, I always come on here and, I always say that I'm going to do a lot of things. And I don't do half of the things I say I'm going to do. And that actually, bugs me. I know that changing is not it's easier said than done. But I really, really, really don't want to be dragged into drama online. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like how it's the negative vibes it gives off.
That's BS. You thrive off it. It gives you life. You have more fun when there's drama than any other time. You don't not like it. You don't not like how it makes you feel. You live for it. And why do you crave it so badly? Because it gives you attention. If you do the next 7 days, it will kill you. You're going to have to decide what's more important. Salah, or your ego?
Actually, I was watching a podcast from a Muslim woman, and it just really, really made sense to me. And I realized that the no drama and the positive vibes have to start with, changing how you entertain yourself.
There is no way on this earth Foodie is going to stay away from social media. She's going to still read stuff. She's still going to watch reaction channels. She has to know what's being said about her. At the very least, she has to know people are still talking about her, that she has some relevance. Because not knowing drive her absolutely insane.
I realized that I was paying attention to how I felt after watching this, podcast on Islam, and it just made me feel enlightened. It made me feel good, and it really inspired me. And whenever I watch other podcasts or drama streams, people bickering at each other, backbiting, telling lies, rumors, all this and that, it makes me feel not good.
Absolute bovine poop. It makes you feel something, because the rest of your life makes you feel nothing. It gives you an adrenaline rush, gives you a hit of dopamine. It makes you want to fight. Boy, do you like a good fight.
And it makes me want to do and say things that are not in my favor and just really do me no favors.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I will keep saying it until I'm blue in the bloody face. Nothing you read or see or hear makes you do anything. You're not being held at gunpoint. Your life is not on the line. The only person that can make you do something is you.
So, anyway, the podcast was talking about how to clean your heart and soul. And I know it's going to sound like weird to non-believers and to people who, people are just going to think I'm weird for talking. That's fine, whatever.
No, it doesn't sound weird. And no, it doesn't actually necessarily pertain to a belief in God either. People have been cleansing themselves, their minds, their attitudes for a long time. Some people turn to God, some people turn to self-help books, some people try to figure it out themselves, and some people have therapy.
Another one of the things I need to do is just do and say what I want and not worry about how other people are going to perceive it, because there's always going to be somebody opposing what you say, and that's just how it is.
So no different then. Gotcha.
In life. So, but they were talking about, you have your heart filled with darkness, with hate, with illness, and just negativity, and it's actually really bad for your heart and soul. It's really not good for you. And to cleanse that and become a better person, you have to start removing the things that are basically causing you to be ill in that way.
So you're quitting YouTube because that YouTube is the biggest contributor to everything negative in your life, because YouTube is a mirror that is showing you what you won't accept, which is who you really are. And if you want to live in blissful ignorance of the truth of who you are as a person, then you're going to have to get off YouTube.
Okay, so for example, as an analogy, when you have a wound that's infected,
you, my dear, are the very last person on earth to talk about how to care for a wound. Your cat, your current cat, is still being treated for a wound that, had it been looked after properly, would have healed completely within 7 days. And yet here we are, 3 weeks later, still treating the wound.
you have to start taking away the things that are keeping it infected. You have to take away the dirt. You have to take away the bacteria. You have to, and you have to cleanse it. And that works, it's starting with basically removing negativity in my surroundings, removing people who don't want anything good for you in your life.
Again, you need to get off YouTube and people who trigger you, including a good 50% of your beezers. The reason the screen is wobbling is there's a cat behind my laptop cleaning herself.
Which is why, I'm happy with a smaller surrounding. I'm happy with very few friends, because I'd rather have few real people in my life than a bunch of fake people. Again, like I'll say, quality over quantity. So, a couple years ago, maybe two and a half, 3 years ago or something like that, I used to have a huge following. And I realized that the majority of those people didn't want good for me. They wanted me to be in a situation where I wasn't happy. They wanted drama. They wanted all kinds of things that I didn't want. And their support was conditional. And that's fine. Like I said, I really want to work on being consistent with creating positive content for people. I want to use my platform for good.
You want to use your platform for good. Yeah, you're not in a Marvel film. Give me a minute. Pebbles, come here, darling. Ooh. I know, baby. But you're making everything wiggle. Yeah? Alright.
Not to tear other people down. And I have done a lot of that. And I don't want to do that. I don't, even in self-defense, I don't want to, lower myself to a level that I'm not proud of and that I'm going to have to work hard to get out of and make right with God, And I just really, really realized that that's what I need to focus on.
Is this the speech you gave to Salah? Are these the words that you used to convince him to stay and give you another chance? Because these are not words that came from your brain. They came from a podcast that you've just watched, and you're just trying to pacify your husband. You have no intention of doing any of this.
And it's really hard. It's really hard navigating your way through social media when it's such a toxic place. And, I don't want to contribute to that toxicity anymore. I want to make positive content. And if that means having a smaller following, that's okay. It might be temporary. Inshallah, maybe eventually I will bring in with a consistent, maybe in a year's time or something, few months time, if I really stick to this no negativity plan, maybe my content will draw in positive people, which will replace the negative ones.
A snowball's chance in hell.
And that's kind of what I want to work on in a way, So I'm starting with, I'm going to start with a 7 days, no drama, no addressing drama, type of thing.
That's how long Salah has given her to make noticeable changes. 7 days.
And I'm going to actually take a good break from live streaming just for a little bit while I'm doing this, because I find it, people come in purposely trying to pull me into drama, and I just always take the bait, and I just need to learn to not do that.
Foodie. History has shown that if you remove yourself completely from temptation, you don't learn to control the temptation, because the minute you're back into the environment, you start again. If you remove yourself from live streams, yes, you're going to give the appearance of making changes to Salah. So do that for 7 days and you'll probably get a bit more time. But that's not learning to control your reactions. That's hiding from the things that you need to learn to deal with. No lives. 7 days. You'll do no lives for 7 days, because that's the amount of time you've got to prove to Salah you can change. And then you'll go on a live and will clearly demonstrate to everybody, including Salah, that you're incapable of change.
I really, really need to, and I just have to forgive myself for my past, repent to God about it. I have. And the good thing about Islam is, basically when you become Muslim, you take the Shahada, any sins you committed before you were Muslim are erased by Allah.
But only if you were 100% genuine in your intentions when you said those words. And I'd argue, in fact I'd bet money on it, you weren't.
Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So basically, anything from my past, all of the stuff that's being talked about, distributed throughout drama channels, hate channels, whatever, it's irrelevant in my life now. It's not going to go away, but it does in my life. And so basically, that's what I have to focus on. That's what I have to focus on, and just let people ruminate about things that are not, relevant anymore to me.
Your past isn't irrelevant to you. What you were doing, how you were behaving, how free you were. You had a certain level of joy back then that you have not displayed at all since you arrived to Kuwait, except a few days ago when you appeared on Lol Cow Live. You were laughing, you were joyous, you were having the best time you had had in over 2 years. You don't want to leave everything behind. You hate your life currently. It's obvious to everybody.
That being said, I have filled out an intake for some psychotherapy. I will hopefully hear from them soon.
Much like your commitment to Islam, your commitment to therapy isn't going to work, because deep down you do not want to change. And the reason you don't want to change is because you don't think you have to. You think you're fine how you are, and it's everybody else who's the problem. Hello, Pebbles.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about travel. I haven't been mentally very well, and also physically, and I think that I would just like to focus on myself a bit more before I travel. So Salah was talking to me about taking a break from YouTube for a little bit so that I can focus on myself. So I'm really just thinking about that. I don't want to announce anything, grandiose, permanent, until I've really thought about it. I said I would think about it. I would have to plan my time away, maybe go on some day trips with Salah. Really just enjoy our time together and strengthen our relationship even more, focus on ourselves, and I think that would be a really good thing. But I would miss you guys. I mean, it wouldn't be forever, it would be just a break, but I think that I've never taken a real good break from YouTube. I think that might do me some good.
See, I told you she was being weird. This is Foodie's desperate attempt to save the charade that is her marriage. And Pebbles is back behind my computer again.